Hey everyone, welcome back to Chelmsford Independence Day celebration. This is Kelly Beatty and I'm joined by
Shannon.
We're here to celebrate America's independence, and the John Carson road race has begun. They're at the 1 mile mark now, and we want to encourage everyone who's on the street to make your way to the sidelines. They'll be coming through here in just 5 minutes or so. You know, this is the 46th running of the John Carson road race. It first began in 1969, and it's been sponsored for the last many years by Rob Sullivan and Sullivan Farms Home Ice Cream. We want to give them a shout out because it's a great thing they do. You know, there's more than 2,000 runners pounding their way down the North Road racecourse right now on their way to the finish line here in the center.
Exactly, and they all have to register at Sullivan Farms, and they work very, very hard to keep everything running and on time and get all the registration. They were here at 7:30 this morning, registering even more people because of the bus we've had. So we should see the first round, 495 in just a minute or so.
The race is run every year. It actually is a benefit race. It's one of the largest road races in New England. Even though it's only 2 miles long, it raises more than $10,000 per year for a couple of scholarship funds. One's the John Carson Fund, the Thomas Chamberas Fund, and the David Gorham Memorial Funds. These are all benefited by this road race that we're about to see. The lead have crossed 495. So, folks, if you're out in the street and can hear me, please make your way to the sideline. I'm sure they're going to have a police escort. I can start to see them coming down the road now. We're looking for some pretty good times this year. The race last year was won by Jeffrey Viega, a 22-year-old from Lowell who did it in 9 minutes and 24 seconds. We hope to see him in the mix again too. And on the women's side, the winner was Karen Roa from Somerville. 10:23 was her time. Course records are 8 minutes and 50 seconds, and 10 minutes 6 seconds for the women.
And as you can see, they're just passing by St. Mary's, and they're on their way up the hill.
It's deceptive. There's a little hill here leading up to the town center. I see a runner, and
yeah, it looks like he has a pretty good lead over second place.
Yeah, he seems to have it all to himself. That view you see on your screen is from our aerial truck provided by Community Tree. We're always grateful for their support.
Could that be our man? He's number 1. Could that be our guy? Very good. Really pouring it on up the hill. Look at that. That's incredible.
Pretty substantial lead.
Great job by everyone.
Let's cheer them on, everyone. It's just a trickle now, but it's soon to be a deluge. We're
exactly right. The elite to kind of separate themselves from the pack, even in 2 miles. But you can see a lot of them coming up. They've only been running about 12 minutes, so this is very impressive.
We're waiting for our first female to cross the finish line. We'll keep an eye out. Yes, sir.
Here she comes. Here she comes.
Our first female finisher, number 166.
Congratulations. That's very impressive time.
We got some great weather today for the race. The rain has held off, and the temperatures aren't too brutal. I say that standing up here from the comfort of the reviewing stand.
Exactly right. the way it should be.
I was looking at the results from last year, Jim, and there are age groups for different age categories, and the oldest runner that I saw was 90 years old.
Oh my
in
goodness.
this race.
Oh my goodness.
He came
there's
in
still
he came in second place in his division to an 81-year-old.
Oh,
Go
man. Oh, here comes the Pilgrims. Take it. Now the Masters come, Kelly. Great job. A second female. Number 11.
You know, this road race is held each year since 1969. The first race had 14 people running in it. I hope they all finished. It was only 1.7 miles long then, and we've had more than 1,000 runners every year since 1996. It's the fourth largest road race in New England on the 4th of July. Ever since, for the last few years, we've had more than 2,000 runners. Race provides, Race Services provides all of the info for us. So, as it turns out, the winners are the winners we had last year, Jim.
Nice.
Jeffrey Viega from Lowell.
Great.
And Karen Roa from Somerville are the winners again this year.
Fantastic. What are the times? Do they have them?
I don't have the times here.
They were very impressive, given the humidity. They were really, really flying. And thanks to everyone that runs in this. It's a charity. It has scholarships and very meaningful to the people of Chelmsford. We appreciate you all being here.
You know, this is put together by Bob Sullivan of Sullivan Farms Homemade Ice Cream. They're parade sponsors, and they do a great job because they raise money from the entrance fees for several great benefits. The John Carson, Tom Chamberas, David Gorham Memorial Funds. Carson, some of our viewers might remember, was a high school student who was tragically killed by a train in December of 1987. He was training. He was on the track team. And the high school track is dedicated to him. Tom Chamberas is a Chelmsford resident who was a track star at Salem State. He died in 1994. So these are great services that this race provides, and plus it's just an awful lot of fun to get out. Especially, you see whole families running down the road here together. One year I saw a couch being pushed the entire way.
Well, there's a lot of tradition that starts, and it's kind of fun. You see the children grow, and you know the dads are helping the children, and then 10 years later, the children's are helping the dad finish. Kind of what it's all about here. You had mentioned about John Carson. I'm fortunate enough I'm on some organization with Dr. Carson, and you know they've taken John in a very, very tragic situation and turned it around to something very, very memorable. So we'll always remember him. And a lot of people get to go to school just because of this road race and because of the attention that the family has put into these charities. It's very, very nice. It's great for the Sullivans to pick it up. And I have been known to go to Sullivan's just to support local business.
As we all should.
Exactly.
As we all should. You know, we've been watching the weather. The rain has held off. It was pretty wet last night, but it's very pleasant right now, and the sun is behind the cloud, which I think all these runners certainly must appreciate.
Oh, absolutely. It's just beautiful. And it's funny, you see a lot of these shirts. There's a Team Connor shirt that just came by. There's a lot of stories within this road race. There are people running for friends that have cancer. There are people running for people that are no longer with us, and just a lot of good memories and a lot of fun, and it's a great way to start America's birthday. Look at the number of people coming down North Road. Tremendous. It's, I think, of our youngest entrance out there. You can see on the screen coming up on the right side. Dad's encouraging her, Mom's running with her. He doesn't look happy. There she comes. She's picking it up. Great. What a nice tradition. I think we might be fortunate later. We'll be interviewing both the winners of the men and the women's road race.
It'll seem like deja vu all over again.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Here's a great shot. People coming up. The masses. Congratulations to all.
Time for that final kick.
That's it. It's almost over. Top of the hill around the corner. You're done. There's Mr. Sullivan right there.
Yeah, last year he finished 166th. I don't know what he's.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
maybe,
going to match that this year.
No. Probably started later.
Yeah, that's what we'll tell him. That's what he'll tell us.
Exactly.
The great thing about this race is that everybody knows somebody who's running.
That's exactly. All about encouragement. Fans of Chelmsford Telemedia.
And yet, this is the kind of race that draws people from a really great geographic area. A lot of families have relatives visiting, and they might have somebody who's a runner. 2 miles is pretty easy to tackle if you're in shape. Not like you and me, Jim.
No, I understand. Just look at all the different ages. So, someone 6 or 7, and like you said, up to 91. It's amazing. A nice way to start July 4th.
Aside from just the thrill of participating, there is something in it for the runners. The first place finisher in the men and women's side get the Tom Chamberis Award and a cash prize.
We like that.
$300. If you happen to set a new course record, and maybe we'll be doing that next year, Jim. It's $1,000. $1,000.
Wow. Get safe.
But whether you're flying by at full speed or just barely making it, it's great to accomplish as long as you get there. I've seen a couple of families come by, and they're all together, and it's a great family event, just like this 4th of July
right.
celebration is a tremendous event.
It's certainly a day to reflect on what America's all about, and certainly all about family. It's great to have them all here. Just see other runners encouraging the ones that are just kind of working their way up. Help them get through. They'll never forget it. Here he goes.
And you know, we kid about 2 miles and us being out of shape, but it is quite a challenge for a lot of folks to make it through that. I've been down to the finish line a couple of times, and there's a lot of hacking and wheezing going on.
Absolutely right. It's quite an accomplishment.
Look at all those people running.
I believe that's Dr. Carson right there on your screen. And they just keep on coming, Kelly.
Yes, they do. A very great day for a race.
Here's Dr. Carson.
What we'll plan to do as soon as State Race Services is able to provide it for us is to give you the names and maybe some of the times for the top finishers. We already know that last year's winners have both repeated. Jeff Viega has the men's side, and Cameron Roa the women's side. We'll try to get them up here on the viewing stand along with Bob Sullivan, the Sullivan Farms Homemade Ice Cream, the race sponsors, present the Tom Chandler Award, which goes to the first place finishers for men and women.
And now they're going to have to go for 3 people.
That's right.
I mean, one thing to do after you win twice, win the time.
Bob will have to come up with a new prize.
Defending champ. Stuck on it.
We've just been handed the top finishers here, and I won't run them all down for you, but Jeffrey Viega from Lowell is our men's winner. His time is 9:04, which actually beats his time last year by 20 seconds.
He was flying.
He was flying, but he's 14 seconds off the course record. Second place was Brian Harvey of Boston. Third place, Adam Malik of Providence. This gives you a sense of how widely
Exactly right.
the race is drawing people.
We do our first Chelmsford resident.
Our first Chelmsford resident across the finish line was Josh Andrews.
Congratulations, Josh.
With a time of 9:50. On the women's side, Karen Roa finished with a time of 10:34. She was last year's winner as well. She's from Boston. It's a little off her pace last year. Second place is Kristen Lara from Acton.
In Chelmsford's own.
And Chelmsford's Kara Haas, who's been running this race for many years. came in with a time of 11:24.
You look at the pace, it looked like, this humidity really did affect the runners. They were well off their pace from last year.
Absolutely. Also want to mention Kathy Stackpole of Chelmsford is the 9th place finisher on the women's side. So
Congratulations, Kathy. That's great.
these are great accomplishments, and we'll have them up here on the stand as soon as we can get them. But for the moment, we're going to turn it over to the booth and let you see some of the other sights and sounds that we've recorded. So, gentlemen in the booth, take it away.
Hey, we're here with Mark Gear. How's it going, Mark?
Good, and yourself?
Doing good. And who are you representing?
Today we're representing Chelmsford Pet 45, the Cub Scouts.
Yep.
Over
And
here. And we're the, as you can see behind me, we're the Pirates of the Caribbean.
the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Nice, nice. I like that.
Very nice. You get extra points for the pun.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, guys, this is, the long-standing Chelmsford 4th of July tradition, the floats from every sort of organization. So, Mark, can you tell me a little bit about your pack?
Yes, we have a pack we're under the Chelmsford Congregational Church right here in Chelmsford. We meet it on a monthly basis. We have about 45 kids range from first grade to 5th grade. We'll have a bunch of them here today, either in our shirts or dressed up as pirates.
And when did you guys start building?
Actually started last weekend. There was the league got together and we spent very hot days last week.
Yeah.
Putting it all together. We're putting the final touches because we were afraid of that rain. We ruined all the cardboard and everything.
So how about the name? Did you guys vote Pirates Cup Caribbean? Did the kids come up with it? How did that come about?
Actually, that's the West Wind with the Yankee Clipper Council. They have a theme every year that comes up and it helps with the West Wind District. They have a week-long camp in the summertime over at Camp Hall in Chelmsford. And we just went with the theme and continue, and we decided that the pirate ship was really good.
And how many Cub Scouts will be on the float?
Well, hopefully all of them. But just never know with the vacations, right?
That's
And the
right.
weather.
Right, exactly. Well, we look forward to seeing you and the pack marching down in the parade,
Thank you very much.
or floating down in the parade.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it from here in McCarthy. So back to you in the truck.
Hey, so everyone, we're back here at Chelmsford Center, and Bob Sullivan is just showing up. He's got the awards
Got
for
the hardware.
He's got the hardware for the winners of the first place finishers. Maybe we can get him to sit down here with us for a second and chat if he's not too sweaty. A little sweaty. So here you get your own. Yeah. So here, you want this?
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. I'll bring you another one.
So Bob, congratulations again on a fantastic race. What was it like from down the trenches?
It was really a perfect day this year, despite all the weather forecasts and things that were supposed to happen.
It's amazing, isn't it?
We really
Worked out
lucked
very well.
We really lucked out. So it was a good day. I know we didn't have any course record this year, but
No, we lean in a little bit more so we can see there on camera. Karen Roa was the top place finisher for the women. That was off from her pace last year.
So both the male and female winners repeated.
Repeated it.
Yeah,
exactly.
we were saying you need to have a new award for like 3 peats.
We could do that. We'd be happy to do that. It's impressive. Not many people have won 2 years in a row.
Exactly.
Maybe Kara Haas.
We were saying they were a little off the pace from prior year. Was it that humid out there?
It was, but I mean, I think most years it's even hotter. So I'm not really sure. I mean, it wasn't that bad out. I mean, considering usually some years it's just brutal.
A great road race as always. How many participants this year?
We had almost 2,000, so a little bit
goodness.
less than last year.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if the race falling on a
Might have
Friday
scared them off, yeah.
and the weather
Yep.
may have played a role in that, but 2,000 is plenty.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
In past years, you've had quite a few runners sort of sign up the morning of. You still deal with that?
We still had, that was a little better because we try to persuade people to register early and charge $5 extra. The people that run the race for Granite State Services have suggested us do that for years, just to try to get people to sign up early, and it has helped. So I think today we probably had about 350, whereas last year. Some other years we've had 500, 600 on race morning, which is tough to do in an hour or so.
So why do you do this year after year? What drives you?
All of the people. It's so fun. The spectators make it really special too. So we get so many runners, which is great. But just the parade today is so special in town, and all the people cheering the runners on. It just makes it unique. It really is.
How about the scholarships?
Yep. So John Carson scholarship, obviously, he does a great job giving that award out in the spring and the fall up at the high school. And then we give money to the Tom Chamberis Award, David Gorham, and then we usually have extra money left over, which we give to, a variety of things. Jack Trottier, a kid from Tingsboro, broke his neck a couple years ago. We try to give some money to him, and whatever good causes, whatever other good causes we can. We hear about, we try to help out.
A great corporate citizen. We're lucky to have you in the area.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to let you try to find Jeff and Karen and bring them up here for the presentation of the Tom Chamberis Award.
I'll do my best. Thanks a lot, you guys, for having me. You guys do a great job as well. Have a great 4th.
Great. Thank you. So we're going to turn it back to the studio to show you some of the sights and sounds. If it's the one I'm thinking, last night we watched the new director of the Chelmsford Community Band, Lucinda Ellert, in her debut in Chelmsford, and I had the chance to talk to her at intermission. Chelmsford Telemedia have partnered in a brave new way this year. Not only just having us here together, but We're streaming all of this live to the universe, I guess. We just got word that somebody has some relatives in Florida who are watching Chelmsford's Independence Day celebration live on the internet.
When you think about it, why wouldn't you?
So, for those of you here within the sound of my voice, if you go to live.chelmsfordtv.org, you too can watch history in the making.
That's right. International stars, really.
We are.
I've heard someone from France is watching it as well. They're 5 hours ahead of us. They don't celebrate. Well, they have July 4th over there that they don't celebrate.
Actually, my wife and I spent one Independence Day in a pub in England, and they were very cordial to us.
Very nice. Even though they lost. Huh? That's nice.
So we see a police cruiser coming down North Road, getting ready to clear the way for the parade.
And the schedule is that around 10 o'clock the parade does leave McCarthy, so there'll be people already seeing the parade further down the route. We'll have it in about a half hour.
Again, we're waiting for Bob Sullivan to return with the winners of the road race. Jeffrey Vieira and Karen Roa are the men's and women's first place finishers out of 2,000 people. They are the ones.
And he seemed like he was receptive to that three-peat idea, too.
I know.
Sure, bring him back. That would really be something.
We could name it the Jim and Kelly Are You Crazy Award.
Exactly. Jimmy Kelly will never be running this race award.
I've actually thought about doing it.
I did, too. I thought about it last night, and I thought it was a really stupid idea. Well, congratulations to all. It's a great way to start the July 4th holiday.
Now, if things are on schedule, the first groups in the 47th annual Independence Day Parade will have stepped off from the McCarthy School parking lot.
Did you announce that results are being posted? Thank you.
And while we have a second, Kelly, I'd just like to acknowledge the sponsors. We had mentioned earlier that, you know, this race requires almost $60,000 to put on, and the Chelmsford Parade Committee, and that does not include all the donated services by the town and the volunteers. It's really quite a proposition they've undertaken. And we've been very, very fortunate in Chelmsford to have some great corporate citizens that are with us year in and year out. Just like to acknowledge some of them. We had red, white, and blue sponsors. So the red sponsors contributed $3,000, and we thank them all very much. Dolan Funeral Home, our friends at Enterprise Bank, Republic Services, Gold 5, the Chelmsford Business Association, and Lockheed Martin. And we also had a white sponsor, which means that they contributed $2,000 for the parade, and that's Harrington Wine and Liquors. John Harrington's been a good friend of Chelmsford for many, many years, and we thank him for that support. We also have people that ponied up $1,000 to be blue sponsors, and they are Polly Horse Farm, Eastern Bank, Trinity EMS, Workers Credit Union, Waste Management, Chelmsford Lumber, 3 Moving and Storage, and Ferrer's Towing. We thank them all very, very much, as well as we thank all of you. You come up and buy that raffle and the donations. You see the banners that hang here. We put banners up in the summer, we put banners up in the winter. When you go by, if you want to frequent those places, we'd appreciate it. Those people put up $500 for those banners just to support the parade. So thank you all very, very much.
Thank you indeed. And I think we're ready now for those of you watching at home and online to show you that interview with Lucinda Ellert from last night. Go ahead.
Padula here for Chelmsford Telemedia, and I'm standing here in front of the Chelmsford Center for the Arts. We're going to take a look inside. The Chelmsford Art Society is setting up for their annual 4th of July art show. They're hard at work, hanging things, getting things organized, labeled, and they do this every year. In fact, this is the 46th year in a row that this show has been put on. It's really one of Chelmsford's, I won't say hidden treasures, but if you don't know about it, you really need to know about it. Come down to the Common, check out the artwork. It's going to only be up for 2 days. So let's go inside and see the folks who are putting this show together. talking to Denise Reynes. Hello, Denise.
Hey, Pete, how are you?
Denise is the current president of the Chelmsford Art Society. She used to be, you may remember, she was the principal of the Park Middle School, and she's also a working artist. So, Denise, can you tell me a little bit about why we're here, which is the 2014 4th of July Art Show?
It's the 46th annual show. Big show, got a lot of paintings, more than last year. Over 200 paintings here with many different artists, close to 100 different artists. It's quite the Chelmsford event, and it's such, well, given all the other spectacular things that happened during this week, we're pretty excited to have the art show here, and of course with the beautiful renovated building for a couple of years and this lovely air conditioning. So we're right now working really hard. We took all of our drop-offs and receiving was yesterday. We hung the show for the judges, was judged this morning, and then we're rehanging the show to curate it to make it nicer for the public eye. So that's what all these folks are doing right now.
Tell me a little bit about the amount and the type of work that goes on to putting on an event like this.
Well, it's quite a lot, and it's in a quite compressed period of time. We are very lucky to be able to use this beautiful space, but as a result, it means it's quite compressed. So we began at 9 o'clock yesterday morning. We had about 12 different people hauling over 100 panels. So the panels go on, and then we start receiving the artwork, and it comes in professional and non-professional categories. And then it comes in either oil acrylic, water media under glass, photography, digital art, pastel drawing, sculpture, mixed media. So that gets hung in that way. The judges are judging an hour and make it even bigger.
Who were the judges this year?
The judges this year were Jeff Engel, who is a photographer in the Lowell area, who's been a lifelong photographer in the things, both in traditional and in digital art. I asked him to prize this year. So he agreed to be a judge. He is a well-known artist in the Lowell area. He does watercolor, oil, and other things. The third is Pamela, who is over the brush. She is a wonderful pastel artist who actually did a demo for the Chelmsford Art Society this year. So it was full list. I was at the room, but every once in a while I kind of get something. We're so engaged in debate and discussion over choices.
There's a lot of great work to choose from. I can imagine you having a hung jury on that one. I also noticed that one of Chelmsford's famous sons, Lance Wilder, is he's always been in case you guys don't know, he's the art director for the Simpsons TV show, and he always stayed involved with Chelmsford. And I see that you're having a silent auction. Do you want to speak to this?
Actually, 3 silent auctions. One of them is Lance's piece, who very, very graciously donates something every year. The other one is a painting by the late Jim Rainbow, who is beloved in this community. So we have a silent auction for one of his paintings. And Jim Linos, who's a sculptor in the area, has contributed a sculpture around 6 feet tall, which could be a garden kind of sculpture. So that will also be a silent auction. Chelmsford businesses have been wonderful this year. We have several $100 worth of gift baskets from many, many local restaurants. Will not name them all because there are too many. And then we also have an art bag, and we have a gift certificate from Roberta Witz at Picture Yourself. And we also have some gifts that have been distributed by other local businesses. So it's going to be a great raffle this year as well.
Cool. How are you doing, Helen?
Oh, fine today. We're doing a lot of work here at the Chelmsford Center for the Arts.
So tell me, you're the past president of the Chelmsford Art Society, is that right?
Yeah, I'm the past president, and now we have Denise Reynes, who's taken over. And anyway, I've had quite a few years. I was the president for 4 years before, and then they took over. And so anyway, it's been quite a ride for me.
Would you say this is the premier event for the Chelmsford Art Society in the year?
Yes, it certainly is. It's the thing we do a lot of, a lot of work that goes on for like over a week to put it up and to have the show and all that. And so everybody gets involved. We call everybody up, make sure that you would like to work, come on down. That's the way I decorate every year. If you're a member, we want everybody involved because they feel like they're part of the situation. And that's why it lasts so long, because we make everybody, we don't, but we tell them, come on down, you'll have some fun, and they do. We don't have trouble getting too much, and it's been really a wonderful experience for me to be able to show my own art and be able to show everybody else's art.
So make sure you stop by the Chelmsford Center for the Arts to check out the 4th of July art show here for the 46th year in a row. It's an amazing run. And Helen, how long do you think it's going to keep going for?
Oh, another 100, I guess.
You heard it here first, folks. Another 100 years, but you got to come to the 2014 episode.
You know, the annual 4th of July celebration here is the result of a lot of work by a lot of people, and you were reading off the sponsors there a little bit earlier, Jim, but actually there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. The people, so many people, you can't really thank them enough. And you know that they didn't seem to have a connection to the weather for us, because the day has turned out great. The rain is holding off. The temperatures are great.
Yeah, beautiful. The air just changed. It's just great down here. I just looked on my phone that they postponed the Red Sox game today. So we are in our own little bubble. We are very, very lucky.
And actually, I was talking to Lynn Martello last night, one of the organizers on the parade committee, and she says that a couple of parades in the area have also canceled today. And she was looking to pick up some last-minute entries. I'm not sure how successful.
I think from what I saw earlier, we had some people that just showed up. So it's great to have them. Yeah, we're very, very fortunate.
We're a big tent here.
That's right.
Take them all. Now we're waiting for Bob Sullivan to find the first winners to present the Tom Chamberis Award for 2014, and we'll get to that in a second. But we have quite a parade waiting for you today. It's been a year in the making. We have groups, more musical groups than last year for sure. Some have come from close. We have the Chelmsford Minutemen, the
Chelmsford High School Band.
Chelmsford High School Band, the Chelmsford Community Band, and then
Absolutely.
some from far away. We've got 3 bands from Canada this year.
Okay.
I think they come down for the ice cream, actually.
I think they go to Sullivan's. I think they do. And the nice part about that story is, you know, there are kids who just want to play in the band. They actually sleep on the floor at the Chelmsford High School. So they, you know, it's not doing their best. They just want to come down and they want to play for us, and they really enjoy us. Many of them have come down year after year. So it's a real. We have 90 entrants that Kelly and I will be reading off this year in the parade. So it's really a big deal. It's a fun parade, being recognized all over Eastern Mass. So it's great to have.
And those of you watching on television, you see the view down North Road, courtesy of our friends at Community Tree and Dan Sylvie, who's there.
I think Dan's all together up there.
We're going to those of you at home, we're going to show you something, a little pre-packaged interview, and then we're going to be back here with Dr. Dan Carson. Stay with us.
Independence Day in Chelmsford. And, you know, Chelmsford, Mass really has one of the best Independence Day celebrations around. It actually begins the night before, on July 3rd, with a great celebration on the Common featuring the Chelmsford Community Band. Before the band, things get started around 5 o'clock with the twirlers, dancing unlimited. It's just a lot of fun, including the country fair, which features all sorts of vendors and food and other types of booths that you can visit. Next day, of course, is the 4th of July parade, which is, you know, unquestionably one of the best parades in the area. And at the same time, during all of that time, is the 4th of July art show sponsored by the Chelmsford Art Society. That's over there at the Chelmsford Center for the Arts. So the whole 2 days are really fantastic. One of the things that you may not know that's really one of the traditions in Chelmsford is the mystery of the unattended chairs. As you can see, right here we have some unattended chairs, and it's 2 days before Independence Day. People have come from miles around to put these chairs out to reserve a spot for their favorite part of the parade. You see, we got plastic chairs, we have canvas chairs, we got some folding chairs. Here's a chair with some place for somebody's drink. In fact, if you look over across the street, you can see that people have already camped out on that side of the street. It's really quite a remarkable mystery in Chelmsford. We don't know who these people are. And in fact, the town government really doesn't like people to do this, not this far in advance. But it's sort of one of those traditions that seems hard to stop. Anyway, this tradition, the parade tradition, the art show, the country fair, the community band, all these traditions combined make Chelmsford's 4th of July Independence Day celebration one of the best around. So make sure you don't miss it.
Hey, you know, we're really lucky today to have with us Dr. John Carson, whose son, also John Carson, the road race is in memory of. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here every year.
How was your time this year?
Oh, it was slower than last year, but across the finish line. That's the important thing.
We were mentioning earlier that this race has been run since 1969, and that was. It's been in John's memory for how long? He died in 1987?
John died in 1987. He started in 1988 with the first road race. It was Chelmsford JCs actually running it at the time. And we did it in 89. We did it, wasn't on the 4th of July, but then in 1990, Bob Sullivan started, and we've run it ever since that time. And every year the numbers increase. We had 2,100 runners last year. I think we'll have probably a similar number this year. So it's always a fun time. It's a great way to get everyone out, and we very much appreciate the support. It means a lot to our family to remember our son in this positive way.
This is a very positive way, John. We're talking about that, how you take the money and you give them his name, and scholarships, and there's people that have to go to school.
Right.
Thanks to you and all your work.
Well, we wanted to do something positive in John's memory, and giving a scholarship out is a way of paying back and keeping his memory alive. So this is very special to us.
Good.
So what's it like being at the anticipation being up there in the Hannaford parking lot waiting for things to go?
Well, it's just a really fun time. You've got swarms of people. I see a lot of people that I've known from years past, friends and family, and now children, grandchildren. So it's just a really fun time to everybody getting ready in anticipation for the race.
Yeah, we did talk about that, how it's such a family tradition now for so many people. Years ago, you'd see the dads helping the kids, and now you see the kids helping the dad cross the finish line. Coming full circle, it's just a great way to start July 4th.
Right, that's right.
So we're going to let you go. We know it's you got a lot of people to see, but what is the secret for prepping for this race? What's your pre-game routine?
A little bit of stretching and just a positive mental attitude, and drink lots of water along the way.
Thank you for joining us up here, and congratulations again, and
Right.
enjoy the rest of the day.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for.
Okay, thanks.
So we're getting ready for the parade, which by all accounts should have started. We'll be those of you here today are seeing the common swarming with people. There's another time during the year, during the summertime anyway, when the common swarms with people, and that's when we have our weekly farmers market.
It's amazing to see the number of people that we anticipate that and come and wait and have, enjoy some of the local grown product.
So those of you at home and online, you're going to see a little segment that we put together about the farmers market.
Oh, how are you? Good, good. How's everything? What can I tell you?
Yeah. We're here on June 18th to open up the Chelmsford Farmers Market for its 2014 season. We're very fortunate to have our elected officials here to join Kathy O'Brien and me in getting this thing underway. We hope to see you all there.
This is Andrea, and it's opening day at Chelmsford Farmers Market. I am here with Kathy O'Brien, one of the directors of the Chelmsford Farmers Market.
Yes, this is our 9th year. We're doing open this, and we have many of our favorites that are back, and obviously some new ones. It's the biggest opening day we've ever had, and next week it'll even be bigger because we have some vendors that couldn't come this time, so they'll be here. We have popcorn people coming and pickle people coming, and so don't just come once and think you've seen it all, because come back next week and you'll see all your favorites and then new people again.
What are the hours, the days, the times?
We are here every Thursday from now through October 2nd, with the exception of July 3rd, because of course we have all the festivities here on July 3rd, and we start at 2 o'clock every day and we end at 6:30, which gives our customers coming home from work, and we don't leave till 6:30. Stop by, and we also have entertainment. Today we have Amanda Cody, and throughout the summer we will have different singers. We will have acts for children. We're trying to get our hula hoop guy back. We just keep trying to have people come, and if anyone out there and they want to share some entertainment with us, we would love it. We talked to a chef this morning who's going to come and give some demonstrations on beautiful produce. And we hope to. Our motto is, if it's Thursday, it's on the common. Come down, enjoy your common. It's your common. Use it.
What's most special about Chelmsford Farmers Market compared to other?
It's the people who come, and I don't just mean the people who come to the market. Our clerk's office is amazing. They wear the yellow T-shirts on Thursday because it's Farmers Market Day. The selectman, Paul himself, Paul Cohen, our town manager, I asked if we could make these into com and fill it out. Our selectmen are, at least 2 of them I've seen so far, are here for our ribbon cutting. We have tremendous support. Our churches, they let us use their park areas, CCA, we use parking lots there. Our vendors park behind the Baptist church. Couldn't ask for a better community to have a farmers market. It's a community market. Love it.
What's your favorite part about the market?
Seriously, what it is. And what I'm looking forward to this year is some of the toddlers that were here last year, some of them just learned to walk, their moms taught them, they bring back this. That's what we want. We come off.
We're both representatives for Celadon Road, which is an organic and all-natural product company based right here in Massachusetts. We have skincare, we have household cleaners. The products were originally designed for children with eczema, so they're all really great for anyone with sensitive skin. And we're just having a good time out here today.
And I also have a company called Baby Cecilia. That's my own business with hands-on and crocheted items for mostly children and babies.
It's building. I have to
Absolutely,
say,
we can
for
see
the-
them. 95, so we just
Karen Rowe, who's the winner of the female division of the John Carson Road Race. We're waiting for her to be joined. She's grabbing her trophy. She's going to go take away. We're seeing the parade making its way down. You can perhaps see there on your screens and momentarily we're going to kick off the parade with the singing of the national anthem. We have Kate Burgess here who's going to be singing it for us. She's a braver soul than I would be in this situation.
I love this part of it. So great. And here they come.
One of the things that's always a challenge for the race or for the parade organizers is some groups come at the last minute, some drop out at the last minute. Order that you think you're going to have never quite works out that way. It's always a little bit sketchy.
It's a little hectic behind the scenes.
Yeah,
but we're doing our best.
but it's working out great.
The street really filled in with people. We're glad everyone's here. We're so lucky with the weather. As you can see on your screen, the parade has made it just across the street, so they'll be coming up the hill in just a minute.
So we're going to turn the microphone over here to Karen Burgess, who's going to be singing our national anthem in the booth. In the truck, if you can get the hand mic live. Everyone, if you wouldn't mind, please stand for the singing of our national anthem. Remove your hats. Karen.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of us bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, stand up, that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great job, Kate Burgess. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, everybody. And let's have a parade.
Leading the parade, as they always do, is our Chelmsford Police Department. We have the 2013 Ford Explorer, the Police Interceptor, operated by Detective Rebecca Tyros, accompanied by her children, Cassidy, DJ, and Anne-Marie Tyros. Next up is the Chelmsford Police Honor Guard, led by Lieutenant Dan Ahern. Also includes Lieutenant Ed Smith, Sergeant Jeffrey Bernier, Patrolman Brian Mullen, Detective Craig Walsh, Patrolman Nicholas Saminsky, Patrolman Jason Poor, and Patrolman John Taves. Marching behind the honor guard is the police chief, Chief Murphy, as well as Deputy Chief James Spinney.
I'm looking for where's Flacco, the canine dog?
Canine? He is around. Canine's handler is David Leo. There behind us. Flacco's in the car. Stay back. And Animal Control Officer Eric Merrill. vehicle. Chelmsford is part of that. He's in 58 communities. Appreciate you coming. Wasn't that Star Spangled Banner or something?
It was great.
Was
On the 230th birthday, the birth of our country.
amazing. Very lucky to have all that talent here. We have singers. Next up is our Merrimack Valley Vietnam Veterans Inc. The group's mission is to remember all the POW MIAs. And we thank them very much for marching in our parade. Welcome. Welcome, gentlemen. Gentlemen, thank you for your service. Welcome to our friends from Georgia, following the Jeep.
I love that pickup. So this is, that pickup is from the VFW post from North Reading, Massachusetts. Glad to have them with us today.
Next up is that United States submarine veterans from Marblehead. Welcome. Their creed is to perpetuate the memory of our shipmates who gave their lives in pursuit of their duties while serving their country. Thank you so much for being here. Next up is our town manager, Paul Cohen, as well as chairman of the board, Pat Wood, Jan Atkinson, Dixon, Matt Hansen, and Bob Joyce. Like Pat, to say a few words.
Thank everybody for coming out. Thanks for all the people that are here for the parade, marching in the parade, for all the wonderful veterans that we had in the country fair. And the weather has held that we knew that it would. So, happy birthday, America. Thank you.
For being here to the town family. Welcome, everyone. Next up is Parade Marshal Lenny Doolin. If you don't know Lenny, he's been around forever. He's married 60 years to his beautiful wife, Joan. They have 5 children. Lenny's a former Marine. He worked at Courier Citizens for many years. He's the former president of the Printing Industries of America, the former owner of White Electric. He's been a town meeting rep since inception. Been the Lion of the Year. He's the treasurer of his church, longtime member of Chelmsford Rotary. He's coordinated blood drive 4 times a year for many years, collecting thousands of gallons of blood. A well-deserved honor. Parade Marshal Lenny Doolin.
And behind Lenny is the honor guard from the Chelmsford Fire Department, led by Chief Michael Curran, Deputy Chief Michael Donahue, and Gary Ryan, Pastor Steve Burkett.
And welcome to all our friends.
State Representative Corey Agnes.
And if we can, we've been joined up here on the staff and you brought your own entourage of fire engines. Is State Representative Corey Atkins.
Coordination.
Very color coordinated. If we could get the interview mic up live here, Representative Atkins, I'm sure would like to address the crowd. Great to have all these fire engines.
Great.
So, Representative Atkins, here you go. Welcome to Chelmsford.
Oh, thank you. It's delightful to be here. Look at these fire engines. I'm just hoping that we don't have an emergency someplace other in Chelmsford because all the equipment's here.
So tell us how are things going on Beacon Hill? Are you keeping everything in check for us?
We're trying like crazy. We're trying to get, we're successful in getting $5 million for Chelmsford for the new center plan, so that was good.
Yes.
And do you think it was easy to hold off that hurricane so we could have a parade?
You must have called in all your favors.
All of my chits. It was really hard.
Well, that's super. We're grateful for your service to the town, and I know you're looking forward to mingling with some of the constituents down here. Thank you so very much for joining us.
Okay,
Thank you, Representative. Glad you're here. We have our friends from Tingsboro. Fire truck is driven by Rob Brandrett. Welcome. Our friends from Barica as well. Welcome. Happy 4th. Okay, we have Hudson, New Hampshire with us. Thank you for coming down.
Yeah, they have one of those sirens that I think Chief Curtin ought to invest in. Play music. Also, our friends from Trinity Ambulance.
They do so much for so many people, and they're just really good corporate citizens as well. They donate for all of us.
You know, we have a little bit of a gap here. I just want to mention that as you look down the street,
thank you, State Senator Mike Barrett. He's the Senator for Chelmsford.
Good morning, guys. I'm Marion Ryan, the District Attorney. Happy to be here in Chelmsford. Thanks for coming out. Glad we got the parade in this morning. Happy 4th of July.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
I've got a little reunion going down there. Maybe they could have a caucus and bring us back some local aid. You know, we have a little bit of a pause here, and just want to remind everyone again that this parade does not happen by itself. It takes a lot of work from a lot of people over the course of the year. Our parade committee, led by Jeff Hardy and Brian Reedy, have done a terrific job.
Next up is our superintendent in the school committee, Dr. Frank Tiano, is our superintendent. School committee members with them, Chairman Michael Wigging, Nick DeSilvio, Barbara Square, Al Thomas, Evelyn Doran.
You know, I want to mention that the school committee has been working really closely with Chelmsford Telemedia. They've done so many great things, and it's been a year for them. Under the direction of Superintendent Frank Tiano, they've won many, many awards. Following them up, of course, the Chelmsford High School Marching Band. They're sponsored by Dolan Funeral Home, one of our major parade sponsors.
Next up is sponsored by Polly Horse Farm in South Chelmsford, the Suburbanettes. They performed in New York City, Disney World, Ireland, and Massachusetts state champions.
And they performed here on the Common last night. A number of the groups canceled, but the Suburbanettes were here to show.
Welcome, happy 4th.
You know, Jim, I don't run very well, and I cannot twirl a baton.
I can go one way and then the other. That's about as much as I can do.
Absolutely. You know, they went 13-0-1 this year.
Unreal.
They tied their last game, their last meet with Andover, but at Harvard University they took home the state championship. We want to recognize the seniors who were the captains: Alex McCafferty, Bella Mombono, Caitlin Sheridan, and Jenny Day. Congratulations, girls.
So many lonely hours in the career. Congratulations. Next up, we have the Chelmsford Republican Town. They support local GOP candidates and deals to smaller government, lower taxes, and independent responsible citizens.
And there is
Dennis Alvin,
who's running for state rep.
In the second Middlesex.
The thing about Chelmsford is we have politics, but it often stays away from being too political.
Oh, yes. We're very open. The 1966 Mac. A great shape. Good luck to Dennis.
Dennis Galvin is running for the second Middlesex district, which represents part of Chelmsford, since 578, also Westford and Littleton. That seat is currently held by Jim Arciero, who I saw last night at the Arts Center.
Next up is our friends from Trinity Ambulance, John Chumley and Gary Sepping. They also sponsor our parades. Welcome to Trinity.
Got the ambulance decked out today.
Happy 4th to you as well.
And behind the ambulance, also
we have our own Rod Stewart, Rick Larimore from Chelmsford. Absolutely fantastic. He performs nationwide, but he always comes back for July 4th. Welcome to Rick. There he is. Rod Stewart. Rick, great to have you.
everyone clap. Let's join.
It's already in the pocket, Rod.
You know, and he's helping to raise funds for the iPod for Wounded Veterans, Dear Soldiers. This is a program that was established in 2011, and it sort of speaks to the intensive rehab that a lot of our wounded warriors have to go through once they return.
And they get to personally deliver the iPods, the iPads, the e-readers. Can't forget them. Sensational idea. You can find all about their program at iPodsforwoundedvets.org.
And 80% of all the funds that are raised go directly to those benefits and services.
Yeah, no salaries. The other 20% just goes for travel costs. So good luck to them.
Coming up are the members of the Bishop Rucco Council, the Chelmsford, Westford, Littleton Knights of Columbus. And they're marching alongside the 4th degree Knights from the Bishop Delaney Assembly. And what great regalia they have.
Yeah, the Knights are heavily involved locally, sponsoring many events for special needs children, churches, and local needy families. Welcome.
Have you ever marched in a parade, Jim?
No, but I rode in one once.
You rode in
I did. My beautiful bride got me an auction item where I was able to ride in the SWAT vehicle here in the Chelmsford Parade. It was a ball. It's quite an experience.
I think a lot of parade goers get their first chance riding in one of those Cub Scout floats.
Absolutely, good point. Sure. Great way to do it. They stay involved all year. It's a nice reward for them. This particular group is being ambushed, apparently, by the spectators. Obviously a setup.
Wow.
My goodness. I believe that Cub comes back, pack number 107. Been one of Chelmsford's Cub Scout packs for over 35 years. It draws the majority of its members from the Vine Elementary School and usually meets at the Central Baptist Church. Welcome. Next up is the Italian-American Band, sponsored by our friends at Eastern Bank. Italian-American Band is sponsored by marching band.
They're based in Lawrence, and I can tell you from my band days that that's the National Emblem March.
Next up is the Army National Guard. We have our special guest, Sergeant First Class Brown. Welcome. Thank you for your service, gentlemen. And lady, thank you.
You know, the National Guard is the oldest component of our armed forces. They got their start at the Jamestown Colony in 1607 when the citizens there banded together for their mutual defense.
So lucky to have them all. That goes anywhere it wants to.
We'd like to have change the spare tire.
No. I believe Michael Jackson's in the parade here, following our National Guard. Look at this.
Following up was perennial visitor here on the 4th of July, the Acton Minutemen. They were among the first engaged British at the North Bridge and conquered on that fateful day that triggered the American Revolution.
Yeah, their leader, Isaac Davis, was killed in the ensuing battle and became the first commissioned officer to die for this country. Welcome to the Acton Minutemen. about to get very loud.
Sorry, my apologies. This was these are the Lexington Amendment, not Acton.
They all look the same.
Oh, but they're also very, very different.
Very different. I did mention color. It gets a little crazy here. Sometimes people jump in. I believe Marilyn Monroe is here as well. Is it your birthday, Kelly?
No.
Too bad. She would have sung happy birthday to you.
I know. Love that 1956 convertible.
No. Bring the fireman out for the jaws of life. We could make one. Here's our friend Countryside Veterinary Hospital. They received second place. Congratulations. Thanks to our friends in Cowgill.
Amy Powers is the hospital manager at Countryside, and they serve all the towns in our area, including North Chelmsford, Westford Center, Abnasset, Parker Village, and Graniteville.
Next up is our state representative, Jim Maserio. He proudly represents precincts
Happy 4th of
5, 7,
July,
8 here in
everybody. God
Chelmsford.
bless you and have a wonderful summer.
Thank you, Jim. As well as the towns of Littleton and Westford. He's in the third term. Welcome, Jim. Thanks for being here. Great deal of supporters for Jim. Good omen. Next up is our friends from Republic Services, who also sponsor. We thank them. Thank you for everything you do. Keep our town nice and clean. Business is picking up. They always seem to pull up about 2 minutes before I put the garbage in.
Yeah.
I don't
But
understand.
no trash talk. No
That's
trash
good.
talk.
Very good. Ooh, we are in for a treat.
It's coming up the road of the Spartans, Drum and Bugle Corps, based in Nashua. Believe it or not, Jim, they're going from here up to another parade.
Oh my goodness.
Great to have you with us, Spartans. Founded in 1955, they're one of the most respected and established organizations in the drum corps world. They're a 5-time winner of the DCI Open Class Gold Medal, most recently in 2007.
You're in for a treat.
They're not associated with any school or group. It's an independent organization for youth in the area.
the Spartans from a bugle call. Here's me and Mickey, all the way up from Florida. Or from California, we're not sure which group that came from.
Followed by the group from Lifelinks,
Lifelinks,
which
God
is
bless
a
them.
nonprofit human service agency headquartered here in Chelmsford. They provide help for people with developmental disabilities 24/7.
Following that's the 1963 Chevrolet Nova, Mike Robinson. Our friends at Chelmsford Lumber, welcome to town. Great to have you.
Well, today they're bringing the lumber to us, but Chelmsford Lumber has one of the largest drive-through sheds in the area. So if you need some really long lumber, you know where to go.
Absolutely. Took over for more and did a great job. Next up is our Chelmsford Minutemen. They marched on all those who have served and all those who continue to serve in the armed forces of our country. Welcome to the Chelmsford Minutemen.
Yeah, they're led by Captain John Greenwood. And they've started renewing a tradition. Every Patriots Day, they gather here at the Sundial on the Common, and they march first to the 5 miles to the center of Carlisle, and then from there through the woods to the Concord Minutemen National Historical Park, side of the North Bridge, and that fatal battle all those many years ago that spawned our nation.
'14 Model T. Welcome. Next up is the Studio A Dance Company. They're decorated in the theme of Grease the Musical.
This has been a great year for them. They've been invited to join several events like the Boston Celtics, the Harlem Globetrotters,
I think
and
they actually
they even went
performed
to
in the Orange
Discover.
Bowl.
Sorry?
They went to the Orange Bowl in Miami,
Yeah.
Florida. Been all over. Welcome. Our own Studio A Dance Company.
Ah.
One of my favorite musicals. Grease, like?
That group's acting.
Next up is 980 WCAP Radio. They're broadcasting live today. We also have the Chelmsford Democrats. Grace Dunn and Mary Bresky. Welcome.
And here we have the Acton Minutemen joining us. They were also participants in the North Bridge at Concord. In fact, they were the ones who engaged the British.
The Acton Minutemen. '71 Monte Carlo.
Aha.
Very nice.
That's a family car, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, We see all these cars go through here that we wish we had.
That's right. Next up is our friends from the Lowell Humane Society. They care for over 2,000 animals each year. They have Mount Adopt More. Very clever.
Very clever.
Thought of by one of the volunteers. Thanks to our friends from Kenwood Auto supplying the trailer. Next up is our good friend Harold Kesey. Harold, welcome. One of our former parade marshals. He's riding in style in his golf cart.
New golf cart.
I think he's being the driver is Billy McInnes. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'll take a song. Next up is our another band sponsored by Lockheed Martin. Boston Crusaders, Drum and Bugle Corps. They were founded in 1940. They're the 3rd oldest junior drum and bugle corps in the nation, and is proud to be a founding member of Drum Corps International.
You know, they're all under the age of 22.
Good for them. Welcome to Chelmsford. Thanks for coming. They travel over 10,000 miles each summer, performing in more than 40 competitions, witnessed by over 300,000 people. Boston Crusaders.
But none more enthusiastic than the citizens of Chelmsford.
Absolutely. Well, this is pretty special. Boston Crusaders.
Awesome job.
Look at that flat track of Jonathan Copperman running in from the bullpen. Come on to Boston. Drop kick move. Well done, Boston Crusaders.
So young and so talented.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you for joining us on our Independence Day celebration.
Next up is our Chelmsford Youth Wrestling. It's a volunteer organization taught the sport of wrestling to kids from kindergarten to 8th grade for over 20 years. Program averages about 100 kids a year. It's become one of the premier youth programs in all of New England. .75% of our high school varsity wrestlers come through this program. Chelmsford Youth Wrestling.
Looks like they took to the streets. They were originally up there. Well, it could have been their plan B in case of rain.
Look at all the trophies.
Lots of trophies. And coming up, we have Evan Falchuk and Agnes Jennings, who are the United Independent Party's candidates for governor and lieutenant governor, respectively. Welcome to Chelmsford.
Happy 4th to you as well. And good luck.
Hey.
Who wouldn't get excited for freedom, right? Good job, guys.
So one of our perennial supporters here at the parade is the Chelmsford Business Association, and every year they make a major donation that allows us to bring in a top act, and this is one of them. This is the Hot Tamales Brass Band. They are the official band of the Boston Red Sox.
They performed over 1,200 times at Fenway Park over the last 15 years. Well, Wally's with them as well. Wally the Green Monster. Ooh, Pat Patriot's in house as well. Thank you to the Hot Tamale Brass Band.
Woohoo!
I see the spinners. Spinners are next. The Mystery Machine. You recognize that person in there?
I do. Yes, Mark Daly.
Mark, welcome. See you just grad. Next is our friends from the Chelmsford Dog Association. They're very excited about the soon-to-be constructed public dog park planned for 54 Richardson Road in Chelmsford. You can find out all about their information at ChelmsfordDogAssociation.org. Welcome. Happy 4th. Next up are our friends from the Lower 5. They do so much for the area. We welcome them. They have a birthday cake celebrating their many years in Chelmsford and the Merrimack Valley. Welcome to the Lower 5. Kelly, this is one of those bands we were talking about earlier, coming all the way down from Canada.
Yeah, from Quebec. They belong to Quebec, the Titans of Quebec City. Started in July of 27. Made of people from 9 years old to 21, another youth group. All have the same passion. They love the music. They were established in Quebec City, but they travel very widely.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Titans. Next up is the Cub Scout pack number 45. They're the third place winner in the floats. Congratulations to them. The meetings are held at the Central Congregational Church in Chelmsford. And special thanks to Red Wagon Landscaping for providing the transportation. Cub Scout pack 45.
It's a surly looking crew we've got there.
A couple of pirates in the house.
All right, everyone say together with me, "Arr!"
Get them to smile. Next up is the ABC Nursery and Preschool, riding the Romeo Railroad and the Frick and Brock train. Practice that all night. Welcome, ABC Nursery and Preschool.
You know, they're located right here in the center at 9 Academy Street on the Common. They serve kids up through age 5. It's a fun
Since
place.
1968. Good for them.
Fun place.
A couple of them look a little older than 5 or so.
I think so, yeah. We could say fun for kids of all ages.
Exactly. My goodness, that frickin' frack train is really moving around. Yeah, the crazy man driving it, I think.
Yeah, maybe next year we could get a mobile cam and kind of do a live shot from on the road there.
Next up is our friends from Enterprise Bank. For over 25 years, Enterprise Bank has been a strong and proud corporate citizen while playing a very active role in the civic and community life of the town of Chelmsford. They have 2 offices, one right down here on Littleton Road, right up on Durham Hill, They sponsor many Chelmsford endeavors and employees involved in a wide range of activity. They're very, very corporate conscious, community conscious. And two of the big shots actually live in Chelmsford. CEO Jack Clancy and the President Dick King. Welcome to Enterprise Bank.
Oh, they're giving out lollipops. I thought maybe it'd be $20 bills or something.
Stronger toss. Speaking of Jack Clancy, he's on the float as well. Still has an arm. Always an athlete, Mr. Clancy. I have the stilt walker. She's been here many, many times. Welcome. Thanks for being here. As well as a juggler. Thank you. Next up is the Chelmsford Community Band, sponsored by Enterprise Bank. Believe it or not, they're in their 42nd year.
Yeah, you know, we were mentioning they were here last night braving the elements. They're a 5-member band, and they have a new director, Lucinda Ellard. She's best known throughout the area for her work with the Happy Feet Dance Orchestra Jazz Band. They put on a terrific performance last night.
During the summer, they play every Tuesday, 7 o'clock on the Chelmsford Common. So come on down.
Yeah, she was telling me, Director Ellard was telling me that it's like she inherited the Lexus of community bands. It was great.
Absolutely. And welcome for Congress. And to the Republican candidate for U.S. Congress, she lives in Havel. Has been there for the last 10 years. She's from Western, graduate of Cornell. Very impressive. Good luck to Ann.
And behind her group, the Chinese Bible Church of Greater Lowell, founded in 1989, moved to Chelmsford in 92. They have 3 congregations that speak Mandarin, Cantonese, and English. Welcome.
Next up, sponsored by our friends at Northern Bank, the ambassadors from Canada.
Now, I had a little trouble finding information about them. If this is the right ambassadors, they're from Montreal, South Shore. They're young modern gangsters. Visiting us for the first time, we're thrilled to have them. As with these other bands, they're young, talented musicians who come to perform for us. I think they've got that young gangster look down pat.
Next up is our Cub Scout pack number 81, sponsored by Ferrer's Towing. Welcome. Cubs Cup back 81. They're also the committee choice for the float. So you press the committee. Very hard to do. Welcome. Happy 4th to you as well.
Hey, you know, Jim, coming up this fall, there'll be a newly renovated Loch Ness Play Center here in the town center.
I've heard about that. Concentrating on children 10 and under, birthday parties, enrichment classes, some indoor play. Should be some fun. Welcome, Loch Ness Play Center.
And I can tell you that this next group is going to be my wife's favorite. The Stuart Highlander, she says, please, let me have some bagpipes.
Sponsored by our friends at Harrington Wine and Liquors. They're one of the top 2 bagpipe bands in the United States. In August, they're going over to Glasgow, Scotland to compete at the World Pipe Band Championship. 249 other bands. Welcome to the Stuart Highlanders.
How about some applause for the Stuart Highlanders?
What a great sound. Based right here in Chelmsford is Budget Buddies, bringing much-needed financial education to low-income women in the Merrimack Valley since 2009. The truly innovative Budget Buddy program combines workshops on banking, budgeting, and credit, personal one-to-one monitoring by a dedicated team of volunteer coaches. Their booth is actually on the Chelmsford Common. The Budget Buddies.
And we want to welcome Michael A. Sullivan, who's a candidate for Middlesex District Attorney. Mr. Sullivan, welcome.
Welcome. Good luck. Welcome.
Got-
Sullivan Crest.
He's got his own truck. I mean,
I like the crest.
well, I think they're all smart politically to come here to Chelmsford and be seen by so many great voters.
Absolutely. Next up, sponsored by Waste Management, is our Sons of Italy German Civil Corps. They perform in over 25 parades each year, including every feast in the North End. The Sons of Italy have been on national TV 3 times. Led by Major Steve and Ian Awful, the band has performed for 2 presidents and several governors. Always a fan favorite here. back to at least 3 generations in that band. Pretty
And
sharp.
I have to say, they wear very sensible uniforms on warm summer days.
Exactly. Good idea.
They're based in Haverhill, Massachusetts, and we're thrilled to have them with us today. Well, we have more bands coming up, I know.
Next up is our Attorney General candidate, John Miller. John has over 3 decades of domestic and international law experience in the private sector. The proud father of our 3 grown children who all attended Winchester High and Massachusetts University. Welcome and good luck, John Miller, Attorney General.
Hey, that's me.
Hey, John. Welcome.
Hi. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
You know, the order for the parade, who gets to go where, was decided last Monday. And it's always a challenge because there's so many groups. We want them all to be seen and
Absolutely. The future drivers of America. A new and innovative driver's education school in Chelmsford. Welcome.
no, hands on the wheels. Hands on the wheels.
Both hands on the wheel. 2 and 10. Don't forget. They're based in North Chelmsford. Welcome.
This is a lovely 1966 Mustang. Robin's Egg Blue. Still purring along. You know, we want to mention, as we're waiting for our next group to make its way down the road, that there's still time to buy the raffle tickets. All the events that you've seen here cost money to bring to town, and we want to thank them, and you can thank them by buying raffle tickets.
Next up, sponsored by the Workers' Credit Union, is the Muchachos Drum and Bugle Corps. They're from Manchester, New Hampshire, and New England's only truly all-age drum and bugle corps. They were established in 1960, closed down in 86, and reignited again in 96, and we're glad they're here.
Great job by the Muchachos.
Next up is our float from the St. Mary's Catholic Church right here on North Road. The theme this year is Preserve Religious Freedom. As I mentioned, religious freedom is our first American freedom. It is a founding principle of our country, protected by the First Amendment and the Bill of Rights. The fundamental human right rooted in the dignity of every human person. Find out about firstamericanfreedom.com. Our friends from St. Mary's.
Hey, we've got a new sponsor this year. 3E Moving and Storage from North Chelmsford. One of the many, many community organizations that participates. Thrilled to have you here today, 3E.
They move just about any.
And they are sponsoring our next group, which is the Prime Time Brass Band from Rochester, New York.
They're a powerhouse band of brass and percussion that plays a crowd-pleasing mix of big band and New Orleans style jazz. They've been a featured performer in many events at the Mardi Gras down in New Orleans. And they make annual trips to New York City as well as many locations in the Northeast and throughout Canada to showcase their talent.
They look like they mean business.
I think we're in for a treat.
Once again, let's hear it for the Primetime Jazz Band from Rochester, New York. First time, welcome to Chelmsford.
Any veterans in the audience, when you hear your branch's theme song, come on out front and stand up and be recognized. On the roll-off, Billy.
We're going to play a medley of military theme songs.
Just a reminder while we're all here. Well done.
Now here come a cast of characters.
Literally.
Wonder Woman and a Minion and Mario.
Next up is the Music Element School of Music. They offer music lessons in voice, drum, piano, sax, trumpet, guitar, and bass. They also provide DJs for special occasions. Welcome to Music Element. That's a 1955 Chevy panel truck owned by Larry Beerfield from Fern's Country Store.
And Carlisle Center. Pass that every morning. It's a great place. They've recently expanded. Like anything you want, Jim, you can get there.
Love it. I think SpongeBob is stuck in the car there.
He is.
Next up is the first place trophy winner, built by Christopher's Towing. Very impressive. A lot of hard work there, Kelly.
Absolutely.
Well-deserved first place. Congrats.
They got some sandbags in case it rains, which fortunately they haven't had to use.
Not at all.
You know, want to mention a couple of the floats that we had planned to have had to pull out because a lot of them were made of cardboard. They were worried about the rain.
Yeah, paper mache would not sit well in this rainy weather.
Now, I'm just guessing. That looks like a 1952 tractor, if I'm not mistaken.
My goodness gracious, your memory's phenomenal.
It's in pretty good shape. I used to ride one of those when I was a kid on the family farm.
Their farm. The site of the McCarthy School, I believe. Welcome to Charlie's area. Charlie, happy Father.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of this year's Independence Day Parade. Again, a huge thank you to not only all the participants, but to the parade committee for pulling this all together.
Just incredible. 90 different entries. So much time and effort. Watched by 40,000 people.
So, you know, the parade is over, but our Independence Day celebration is not. We still have the Country Fair, which is being sponsored, as always, by the Chelmsford Lions, now in its 20th year. All booths down here. If you want anything to eat, fried dough, sausage, they've got it here.
Come on down if you're not here already.
And of course, at the Chelmsford Community Center for the Arts, we have the Arts Festival, for 46th Annual Arts Festival, put on by the Chelmsford Arts Society. Fabulous artwork in there. They have an adult section and a children's section. In the adults, they have professional and amateur categories. There's a lot of amazing stuff there. I think you should check it out. And of course, in just mere minutes,
They will
be
find
drawing.
out who the big winner is.
They will be drawing the winner for the fantasy sports package and the cash raffle. Now I heard that John Harrington himself won the big prize last year.
I believe that's true.
So I'm sure he put that to good use, and that $1,650, $55 first place cash prize could be yours as well. So I think we should read off the parade committee to thank them one more time for their terrific effort this year.
Absolutely. We have Tom Boucher, town manager Paul Cohen, as well as Jim Cullen, Hank Hamlin, Jeff Hardy, Kathy Kelly, Chuck Marcella, the parade queen, Lynn Marcella, Rich McLaughlin, Brian Reedy, Rick Romano, Deb Trask, and Arlene Wood. Congratulations to all of them. Fabulous, fabulous.
There they are. They're all gathered down there, basking in the glow of a
They
successful parade.
the amount of superhuman effort.
Yes.
And the weather held off.
Great weather.
It's amazing. Once again, Lynn was right. All the rest of us were wrong. No rain.
And Jim, it's our first time working together up here on the reviewing stands.
Awful lot of fun.
Awful lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing you next year.
Great. Look forward to it as well.
And,
thanks, everybody.
Thank you for joining us on this 238th anniversary of the birth of our nation. We wish you all a happy Independence Day and a great weekend ahead.
Happy
Until
birthday,
next year,
America.
everyone. See you.
I'm not sure exactly what the count is at this point, but it's very full. Very full. Now, what will somebody win? What's the first prize? Well, the first prize is our $1,655 cash prize. You want to use Mike? And our second prize is a $500 I'm going to stick it there. $500. And then we have our sports raffle that we get there. Bruins, Electrons, Patriots, Revolution. All tickets. So anybody can get one winner will get all 10. So we're going to have a busy year. Yes, I am. Our town manager is Glenn. Is reaching his giant bear claw. His giant bear claw into the thing, and he's fishing around on the keys right now. And it's from Chelmsford. Gail Cassie, almost 270 Littleton Road, Unit 60. Gail, congratulations, you've just won $1,655. So everybody, Gail is your new best friend. Gail will be taking somebody out for something. And what did they win? $1,655, named after the year that Chelmsford was established. I knew that. I knew that. Sam, you of all people should know that. I was here.
Second prize.
Paul, here we go. Second prize. A $500 winner. A $500 winner. And this is probably going to be somebody from Upton. You want to take a wild guess? No. That's terrible. Upton. You got Michael Payette from Upton, Massachusetts has won $500. Michael, if you're not standing here right now, it's too bad. We're going to go pick it up. No, they don't do that. You don't have to be present. Michael Payette. Yeah, Upton won $500. But wait, there's more to give away. So we have 5 $100 winners coming out now. 5 $100 winners coming out now. My ticket was wet, so try to find a wet one there.
This is Chelmsford.
Chelmsford.
Submarine Veterans Group, and our community is located in Marblehead. We're one of 3 bases in the state of Massachusetts, and one of 8 in New England. We have about 99 contingencies or groups nationwide, and they base it out of Seattle, Washington area.
And so were you stationed on a submarine at one point?
Well, that's the basis for being part of the group. You have to be qualified in submarines. We do have some auxiliary members.
So you're saying that was a dumb question?
No, not really. But most people in our organization are qualified in submarines, either in diesel boats, nuclear ships, missile boats, fast attack boats, the whole gamut. So
cool. When were you? When was your service?
Mine was in the 80s, in the Cold War era. Served with the Battle Group New Jersey in Lebanon, also in the Grenada campaign. So saw a little bit of action. Not the type of guys you see today, but you know, I had my share.
How long? So when you would submerge, how long would you be down there for?
Well, the thing about a nuclear submarine, it's unusual, is you're limited by the amount of food you carry. Because with the reactor, you have an unlimited power supply, and you can make your own oxygen, you can make your own water, so you can stay under indefinitely until the food runs out. Typically, we would bring with us 120 days worth of food. So, you know that when you store ready to go to sea, you're usually walking on cans in the passageway, and you eat your way down to the floor.
That's funny. So how does, after 120 days, are you ready to get out?
Usually everybody is ready, but you know, it's signed for. Usually, you know, you get to be comfortable with your shipmates. You get to rely on one another. Every man is dependent on the next. The weakest link can take down everybody. So everybody's cognizant of that, and you know, so we all know our jobs. We all know each other's jobs in case we have to step in. So and that's what submarine duty is all about.
Cool. Well, thank you for doing that. Now, can you tell me a little bit about what this float we have?
This is an old, believe it or not, an aircraft drop tank from a P-38 airplane. And what we did was we put a sail on it, and the numbers 593 represent the hull number of the USS Thresher. The USS Thresher, nuclear submarine, was lost off the coast of Massachusetts, April 10, 1963, with 129 men. They went down during deep submerged testing. They developed some kind of a problem. They were unable to surface, and the boat went below crush depth, and all hands were lost. So we dedicate this float to them. We also dedicate this float to our World War II submarine sailors, because they were the men who answered the call, the greatest generation. They paved the way, showed us how to be submariners, and you know, they're our heroes. So we dedicate this to them too.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks for marching in the parade. We look forward to seeing you come down North Road.
Thank you. I'm glad it's not as hot as last year.
Right. And we hope it doesn't rain so that we all have to kind of find the nearest submarine to get into.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, what a try. It's a great day. Happy birthday, America. You know, happy 4th of July.
Okay, guys, so we're going to come back to you at the truck. Happy 4th of July.